Sairam children, welcome to standard 8th, and today we are going to study history. As you have studied in the chapter 1 about the sources from the information from where we are getting the information about the modern history. So let us move to a second chapter, that is Europe and India. When we learn about the Indian history, that is Indian modern history, we have to know what had happened in Europe during the medieval and the beginning of the modern era of the history. So let us move further. During the modern period, the various happening in Europe had its impact on India. We have to study the events happening in Europe during this period. As I told you, it had a great impact on Indian history also. Whatever happened in Europe during the medieval period, that is from 16th century to 13th to 16th century. So between that period, whatever happened in Europe had a great impact in Indian modern history also. Period of Renaissance. In history of Europe, the last phase of medieval period, that is 13th to 16th century, is known as period of Renaissance. This Renaissance means rebirth or revival, welcoming the new ideas and new new thinking, thoughts, everything. That is what it is also known as rebirth. During this period, Reformation, religious reform movements, and geographical discoveries laid the foundation of the modern era. Hence, this period is also known as the Age of Renaissance. Children, because of geographical discoveries, means many land routes have been discovered. So, there was a trade system very smoothly started in the modern period. Yes, and because of religious reforms, all the blind faith and superstitious beliefs were stopped at that time. That's why this has been also known as modern era or modern period. So this all reform movements was started in Europe, and that had great impact on Indian modern history also. During this period, in the field of art, architecture, philosophy, etc., there was a revival of Greek and Roman tradition, Roman tradition, which gave momentum to an overall development. Not only the religious, geographical discoveries, even in the field of art and architecture, and as well as in the philosophy, there was a great change, or we can call it as they started including their ideas in this field also. During the Renaissance, humanitarianism was given great importance. That is, there was a change in the outlook of treating each other as a human being. As earlier in the Europe or in the India also same. So Europe used to treat the people not as a human being. That's why during this Renaissance period, the humanitarianism, that is humanism, was followed. People were treated like a human being. No doubt, people were not treated like a human being, they were treated like a slave. Yes. So after this period or age of Renaissance, the people started treating each other as a human being. The art and literature of Renaissance period depict sentiments and emotions of human being. Yes, they started respecting the ideas and feelings and sentiments of the human being. Literature was produced in local languages for better understanding to the common people. Not only the higher class people, the common people also can understand the literature. That way, they have started writing in a local languages. So, in short, all the people were respected, not the poor class or lower class or the middle class, only the higher class. It was not like that, or according to the color, creed, or sex, we can call it as, they were not been differentiated. During 1450 AD, Johannes Gutenberg from Germany discovered the printing press. Due to this discovery, new ideas, concepts, and knowledge reached to all sections of society. Children, printing press played a very, very vital role in the modern history, because it has reached to the mass people, maximum people at the same time. Yes, earlier it was tough to communicate They have to gather, they have to call the meeting and all like that. It was tough time for them, but printing press gave them a very good platform to communicate with the mass amount of people the same time. Now, religious reform movement. The independent intellectual attacked the old religious ideologies of Roman Catholic Church. The Christians priests were taking advantage of the ignorance of the people and were indulged in unnecessary rituals. As religious, as we call even in India also, as I told you, Europe, whatever happened, it had a great impact on Indian history also. Like that, the Christian priests started taking an advantage. They started telling them about the different rituals and all the blind faith which people have not accepted, and that they are against that. So that reform is known as religious reform movement. They looted the people in the name of religion. The movement that began against it is known as religious reform movement. Due to this movement, human freedom and rationalism gained more importance. Means instead of blindly believing on the superstitious or okay, whatever priest said is a next to the God word, what we call, it was not believed. So that particular going against of that particular word is known as religious reform movement. And also thinking rationally, what okay, why this belief, why to believe in such a word which has been told by the priest. Now next, after the religious reform, there was a geographical discoveries. Before we go to the geographical discoveries, children, because of geographical discoveries, there were much we got a we got an advantage to the European got advantage of the geographical discoveries. They have a very good trade relation with the East Asia and African routes. So what had happened now? Let's see. In 1453 AD, the Ottoman Turks conquered Constantinople, that is Istanbul, which was the capital of Byzantine Empire. The overland trade routes joining the Asia and Europe went through this city. As I told you, Europe had a trade relation with the Asia, and this is the only trade route. From Turk, they have to cross. And what the Turk people have done, let's see. Since the Turks blocked this route, there was a need of finding alternative trade routes for the European countries to reach Asia. That means to reach our country, India. Okay, so there was a very good trade system in India during that time with the Europe. So they have to find a alternative trade route. So many traders have come together to find the different land routes to India. That is a geographical discoveries. This led to a new phase of geographical discoveries. Intellectual revolution in Europe. Due to the changes during the Renaissance period, Europe proceeded from medieval to modern age. Intellectual revolution took place in the same period. The society starts stepping out of the past ignorance and blind faith. Intellectual means whatever the people have to people heard from the what we call the kings or the traders, they used to truly or falsely believe. They never used to think logically what had happened exactly. So intellectual thinking, why they are saying like that, as it actually as it is it really true or false. They started thinking over it. That is intellectual revolution in Europe. The pre-established customs and traditions came to be seen from a critical point of view. All these changes are addressed as intellectual revolution. As I told you, people started thinking whatever been said in front of them. They never believed blindly whatever said after the intellectual reform movement, which gave further momentum to scientific discoveries in Europe. Revolution in political sphere. We have studied about the religious and all. Now finally it has come to the power of the one particular country having a trade relation with the another one. Slowly as a trader they became the ruler of that place. So what had happened after the revolution in the political sphere? Due to the various revolutionary events, during 18th as well as 19th century, this period is known as Age of Revolution. As we have studied, many revolutions have taken place, many reforms, geographical discoveries, religious, intellectual reforms, and all this, all reforms was also considered as the age of revolution. During this period, there was development of parliamentary democracy in England. Democracy, you people must be aware, as we are also following the democracy country. Yes, India has also followed the democratic country. So, after the reformation, after the revolution in the political sphere, the parliament democracy in England was started. There was a change in the form of cabinet system. The Bill of Rights, that in 1689, laid limitations on the power of the king. The sovereignty of parliament was established. Means slowly the king had all the powers, but after the bill laid, even king had certain rules and regulation he has to follow. That was a political reform. Yes. American War of Independence. With the background of revolutionary development in Europe, it is equally important to think about the American War of Independence. Slowly, Europe had a trade relation with Asia and Africa. They slowly started at making a colonies just for the smoothing of the trade system. So now what had happened? Let's see in the American War of Independence. With the discovery of America, the European countries turned their attention towards this continent. Which continent? American continent. The imperialist European countries took control of different regions of America and established their colonies. Slowly, as a trader, they started establishing their rule in that colony in America. So this is again this again going against of this rules and regulations of the Europeans were known as American War of Independence. England established 13 colonies on the east coast of America, whereas now Europe as well as now England both have started making a colonies in America. And as a trader, they slowly started becoming a ruler. They started imposing tax. They started imposing some restriction on the traders, the internal traders, not the outside, the internal traders, the one who is doing the trade there itself, who is selling there. They have started imposing a tax on them. So let us see. Initially, England had nominal domination over these colonies, but later English Parliament laid oppressive restriction, very strict restriction they have put, and taxes on these American colonies. Slowly, as a trader, they became the ruler, and then they started putting more and more rules and regulation or restriction against its colony people. The people in America revolted against it, and this revolt was being led by George Washington. Yes, England declared war to suppress these colonies. American colonies organized the army under the leadership of George Washington and finally won against England. Now, as definitely we also had a much war during that time after the after 1857 we started with the revolt. Same way, when England started declare a war against the American for the restriction of the colonies among them, in the 13 colonies they started restriction. At that time, even England declared a war against the America, and even America was ready under the leadership of George Washington. They were ready to face the war made by declared by the England, and then finally this war came to be known as American War of Independence. A new nation known as the United States of America, with a federal government, written constitution, and based on the principle of democracy was born. This all things was the inspiration for our Indian constitution, children. That's why we are learning this Europe and India. This what happened in the modern age, and that has given a great impact in our constitution also. See what has formed after the American War of Independence. They got a federal government, written constitution based on the principle of democracy. French Revolution. Now we are finished with the American War of Independence. Now let us move to the French Revolution. In 1789 AD, the people of France revolted against the uncontrolled and unjust monarchy and feudalism and established a republic. Monarchy means a king. King used to rule and restrict, and many term rules and regulation was been imposed by the king. So the French people started against of it, and they had a revolution against it. And this event is known as French Revolution. Being a king, he got a rights that he can rule the people, but slowly even he misused his power, so which French people did not liked it, and that revolt is known as French Revolution. The French Revolution gave to the world the three values of liberty, equality, and fraternity, which is there in our Indian preamble also, children. Yes, liberty, equality, and fraternity. And this was given by the French Revolution. After the French Revolution, these three values or these three words, which is very important, mostly inspired by this French Revolution, we have taken in our preamble also, that is liberty, equality, and fraternity. When we talk about liberty, all are free in the society. There will be no higher class, no upper class, no lower class, no poor, no rich. When we talk about equality, equality means it should not be it should not be divided into the caste and all. When we talk about the fraternity, we should not justify according to their profession, or we can call it as all will be mutual friends among themselves, whether they are of whatever occupation they belong to. In world history, among the political revolution, the American War of Independence and French Revolution have a very important place, because children, after hearing this all things from the American War of Independence, French Revolution, many of our national leaders got an idea or inspiration, we called, as we have studied in the slide, that who has started with the printing press, Johannes Gutenberg. Yes, he started with the printing press. Through that, they got a mass communication. At the same time, they can come to the mass gathering and all. So this had helped them to come in contact with each other. That is why this era is known as modern era or modern period. So before we learn our Indian history, that is modern Indian history, we are learning this Europe and India, because whatever happened in Europe had a great impact, or we can call it was a very inspiration for our national leaders, even to the common people, that these people can go against of these rules and regulations were made or imposed by the traders of that time. So why can't we? Okay, so in such a way, this had a great role in our Indian history. So before we conclude, I just wanted to ask two questions so that you can answer. Who discovered the printing press? Yes, it is Johannes Gutenberg in the year 1450 AD. Yes, he started with the printing press, which has helped a lot to our even national leaders, so that they can gather many people at the same time, or spread the message at the same time with the printing, with the local languages also. Yes, that's why this is also known as modern era or modern period. Okay, let us move further. How many colonies England established on the east coast of America? How many colonies England established? 13 colonies England established on the east coast of America. So children, slowly when these all thing, when we study, we'll get a idea that how these all Europe happenings have great impact on Indian history. So let us conclude for today. Okay, read the textbook very thoroughly, children, so that you can answer all the questions. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.